Talk to me! Hurry back!
That's still recharging. It's too far away. isn't ready yet.
What do you want from me?
I need to get closer. closer. I can't cast that yet.
I got what you need! Keep it real! I have a deal for you! Glad I could
Good
help.
day to you. See you later.
Hey. Very good. Pleased to meet you. Off and away. Interesting.
It's still recharging.
I got the best deals anywhere! Hurry back!
My, you're a tall one. Be seeing you. Good day to you. You have a great day now. Pleased to meet you. Very well, then. Interesting. My, you're a tall one. You have a great day now.
need to get closer. It's too far away. I can't cast that yet. I'm out of range. Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore. inventory is full. That spell isn't ready yet.
What brings you here? Go in peace.
What's up? Glad I could help.
It's too far away. but still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Ishnu Allah. Till next week.
I need to find a better spot. I think we're gonna go to the Westfall, to the place where Jasmine I said. I need like 200 linen cloth, so that means 10 stacks. I have 2 so far, after 3 runs. I mean...
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is many a true de jure claim against his who wanted to get down and see the action a little bit more up close and personal, and oh my, this is where things get rather exciting. So, pretend you didn't see that. Instead, on this occasion, we're just nipping into the battlefield, but, as soon as a day passes by, there is going to be a symbol that's going to appear. That symbol basically means, hey, how about we take a bit of a closer look at this here battle? Because thanks to the mod, there's a game running underneath Crusader Kings 3, and that game is Mount & Blade 2, meaning this battle is now going to be actually bloody fought, though I can't help but notice, despite being the bloody king, don't appear to have, don't have a horse. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be needing, no, not you, just the horses. I'm gonna be needing, you guys to be coming over here, because I'm the king, so come on. So these bastards are now going to be, hang about, how do I get you to dismount? There we go, they got the bloody message. So, okay, off your horse here. I'm having your horse. It's not a good horse, but okay, now I'm the king, I get a horse again. You guys could just do whatever you want. By the way, if you're wondering why we're not being attacked, well, we're the attacker. So, that means my enemy, they get to defend, they get to draw it wherever they want to, and I don't know where they are. And I'm gonna be honest, this horse right here, this horse looks way better. Oh, I'm not good enough to ride that horse. Bloody hell. Alright, so apparently I need to be a much better king yet. So, welcome to my army down on the ground here. And you'll notice it is, well, not perfect. It's a pretty good representation of the army we just had. So the army I just had was made up mostly of just day-to-day levies with a handful of armoured footmen. So on this occasion, the armoured footmen, they're at the rear. You can tell by the shiny helmet, which is probably a good idea. I want the levies to be the ones to take the shock of any troops coming this way. So here we are. And also, on top of that, bear in mind, the environment is also being calculated correctly. Because we're in a rural island, we're in a forest, where it's a bit misty and whatnot. So just get my big stabbing stick, flippin'-nificent. And now I can use all the normal controls of Bannerlord 2 to control this army. So if I just push through, even if they were in a wheelchair or whatnot, so that is all absolutely fine. Okay? So we'll put that there, and we'll put that there. So
I would like to get 60 today. That would obviously be the preferred situation that we inquire ourselves upon. We are not gonna rip today. What we're gonna be doing today, guys, is we're gonna be hitting 60. Probably 90% sure we're gonna hit 60. Okay, it's definitely gonna happen. It will. Trust me. It will definitely, possibly, maybe happen. Almost halfway to 59. We're gonna see how far we can go. Okay, we'll see how far we can get today, man. I would like to get, I mean, we're at least giving 59 at least. What is this, brother Callan? Okay, yeah, so we're kind of running out a little bit of of quests, I'm not gonna lie, but we'll see what's gonna happen, guys. Okay, let's just take it one quest at a time, guys. I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of quests for us to do and plenty of experience for us to be gained, okay? We should definitely be fine. Wait, what's this here? Heroes of Darrowshire. Wait, can I pick up the shield without having to pull anything? Does this drop from like a mob, or do I just pick it up? Because if I just gotta pick it up, then I could go in there, right? Every single quest just counts now, guys. Like, oh, okay, let's just do that. You know what? Why not? Why not? Let's just let's clear like around this place here, and then go inside this and pick this up, and then we'll go up to the other one afterwards as well. Dude, I've done basically every zone, man. Like, I've done the entirety of Western Plaguelands. I've done Burning Steppies fully. Unguru, I've done a full clear of Unguru. Like, I've done pretty much everything, man. So we're gonna be 59 before we run out of quests. But once we get 59, we might have to either as I said, get like a dungeon group for like a BRD or something, or just grind mobs, right? I also did Winter Spring pretty much fully, yeah. I have one quest in Winter Spring. It's like this one here, right? It's the raid quest. And this one here, the Videra Elixir, which is like an elixir that kills you. Felwood, I did everything in Felwood. I've done pretty much, yeah, the entire zone. There's no quest I haven't done in Felwood. We'll see, guys. We'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We'll take that hurdle. Once we're running out of quests, then we'll figure out what to do, okay? For now, we'll just keep questing. We'll probably just, like, find, like, a dungeon group or something. Is this not even where we're gonna be? Wait, where is the shield? Is it, like, outside? Wait. Oh! Oh, it's, like, right on it. Oh, somebody must have done it as well. A chill hurrah. We're gonna die, guys. Don't think these mobs have stealth detection. If they do, it's fine, guys. We're a God Gaming rogue. Hey, do you guys have stealth detection? Okay, they don't. Maybe this is a stupid idea. Okay, I gotta get that book right there. Ah! Oh my god, who are you? This is what we're gonna do, guys. This is the famous Rogue 1, 2, 3. Okay, watch this. Actually, I think we're just gonna do the 1, 2. We gotta do the Rogue 1, 2. So we zap this guy. It's good. And then we blind this guy and we pick up the shield. Yeah, we don't have to do a 1, 2, 3. Easy clap. Okay, and then we sprint out. Wait, we gouge that guy. We do a little bit like this. A little bit of back jumps here. And we save vanish. Look at that. Got the book. Okay. Free quest. Okay, let's go to Eastern Plaguelands now. Yeah, God, if I would have leveled my herbalism and not forgot about it, I would actually have had like 1 billion healing potions right now to like help me out. Man, it's my mistake, guys. I have to live with it. I have to live with it, man. All these Samsams and Plague Blooms and Black Lotuses that I can't pick up, man. Soon I will be able to, though. Instead of fixing the mistake, what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm just gonna complain to you guys about the mistake and then, like, keep, like, you know, reminding myself that I made that mistake, but not actually fix it or do anything about it. Just, like, keep talking about it, right? Okay, we need some ghouls. Oh my god, there's, like, no ghouls up, by the way. This is the... You guys remember in Western Plaguelands when I complained about the spiders all day? And there was no spider, or like, there was just only spiders. This is the exact same thing here. People only kill the ghouls, and then like there's only like these like scourge guards left here, and then like no ghouls left. Oh, there's a few up there though. I see them. This guy and this guy. Okay, we need 10 more of these. Black Lotus. Baba Booey. Like, hello. Let me just inform is anyone present with herbalism? I have found a lotus of the rare variety. I'll go back and pick it up later. I'm not in the level 60 guild, so I can't tell them in the 60 guild that I found it, right? I mean, I could whisper them all, but that would be kind of like spam, right?
What can I do for you?
Okay. Boop. Oh my god, that's a lot of XP. Thank you. Use the Bing Bong Bang on the Restless Souls. And then this guy, Recipity book. Ooh, ghouls. Wait, this is the last 2 ghouls I needed. Yo, thank you. Welcome, ghouls. I shall free you of your unhappiness. I shall make you happy again. Oh, he's like healing his friend. Wait, he's not losing health by healing him. This is blasphemy. He's healing himself. Stop. Okay, can you stop funneling him? Dude, this is seriously like against the TOS. Easy clap. Okay, we got the ghoul quest done. Let's pick this bad boy up and then we can go to the... Hello. There you go. 2k for that? I literally entered a haunted house cosplaying Phasmophobia with my EDM meter and my goddamn, like, flashlights, and you give me 2k XP for that. Okay, let's go to Light Soul Chapel, and then turn these quests in. Okay? Hello! It is me, Kuzu. I have now arrived in the chapel. Can I get XP? Please ding me 59 from this.
What can I do for you?
Here you go. Scoot, okay. This one. Scoot, okay. This one. Scoot, okay. Look at the XP, guys. We're farming. Bring 5 resonating skulls and the mystic crystal to Bing Bong Bang in Eastern Bangland. Oh, I gotta do that up there. Oh! But first, we must go back down to the cave. Not a bad sword, actually. Oh, it looks cool. Wow. Okay, 9k. Okay. Tyrion! I'm coming for you! Tyrion. Hello, Mr. Tyrion. I got a quest for you. There you go. Of love and family. Travel to island of Kel Doro. Oh, this is the one on Skolomans. Yes. Okay. Hello. Tyrion. Bing Bong. Travel to Stratholm. Yes, this is the one on Stratholm. Okay. We can't do that, obviously, right now, because we're not doing Stratholm right now. But what we can do is turn in the quest in Eastern or Western Plaguelands, and then fly over to Western Plaguelands and do the final quest here. And then we'll be 59. There you go. Bonus quest. Oh, yeah, bonus quest.
Be careful.
Bonus quest. Okay, we gotta go back up here and then do the little termites. Here, lumberjack. Okay. So we clear these two in and we do this here. I don't know if we get like another quest after this. I can't really recall, but if we do, I guess this is like a bonus, double bonus quest. Lumberjack, more like lumber dead. Okay. Place the termite. Yeah, and then this. 59. Oh, okay. we'll ding back down at the camp, guys, okay? Yeah, let's go back down here, we'll ding 59. Okay, yeah, we're almost 59, guys. Almost 1 level to go. Boys, we are about to hit 59. For the first time on a hardcore character, we will be now 1 level away from hitting level 60, guys. Here it is, man. 1 final level to go.
Go with honor, friend.
59, boys. Who was here, man? We need 1 more level. 1 more level for 59, guys. Or for 60. The final level, man. We got a little bit of stuff to do in Eastern Plaguelands. And we got a little bit of stuff to do as well in Silithus and Ashara. So, all we gotta do is keep going, man. Let's go back to Eastern Plaguelands, yeah? Let's go, gamers. Wait, what is this? ST Hardcore 60 Rogue?
Did
they vibe or what? What is this? Wait, I know these people.
They just run up.
Wait, I know these people. Wait, did they vibe? No, not all of them, but I know some of them. What is this?
Therefore, other people than myself, so I'll stay low.
They're doing it at level 60.
Just, yeah, give it.
A lot of people have asked me like, hey Gusu, when are you gonna do Sunken Temple? Are you gonna do it at 50 and stuff like that? And it's like, if I do Sunken Temple, I will only do like a quest run. I won't do like the last boss, because the last boss is literally like a level 60 boss. They forgot to clear the trash. Wait, let's see.
Get like 10 seconds and then I'll call if you get high.
Because the boss like sleeps like at the tank and then like it goes up on the second highest threat, I think.
I can always ice block and stuff like that.
Yeah, this guy's literally like a level 60 boss. Like he is hard. Because he does like a sleeping thing. So like the tank is gonna get slept very soon. guys, okay, I know this might be old, okay, but I haven't been streaming for like 2 days, okay, so I'm catching up with all the things we haven't like watched, okay? Okay, guys, we're just catching up on the things we missed out on, yeah?
Okay, I'm
So yeah,
slept.
there's the sleep, and then he just like evasions. You think this rogue is gonna vanish, guys?
Oh, ads are coming.
Oh. Oh, they forgot to clear.
Can we mage kite these somehow?
Oh, they did forget to clear, you were right! If you don't clear the entire room, you pull it.
There's one on me, just leave it.
Just blizzard it all.
No, you need... You know what they need to... Oh, I don't even know what
Visit
you should do here.
Yep. Finish boss and keep the blizzards going.
If you want a good escort, that's actually a good call.
me, baby.
That's a good call.
I'll try to pull it into blizzards.
It's a bit.
I'm
Wait,
slept
who's
again.
gonna die? Are they all gonna die? Yeah, they just cleared,
There's a
man.
bit
No. Dude, look at the rogue boss, though. He's literally just
Mage, I have to
farming this.
Never mind, holy shit.
Tanking the boss like a G. Look at that. He's a real G.
I have
Alright,
no
boss is
mana,
dead.
and I used everything. So I need some help there.
Oh, little
There's
dagger.
more ads coming.
Yoink.
Oh, my
They
heart's
might
not
actually
up, so we
this,
gotta
though,
win
'cause
it,
they have a
boys.
mage.
I think
I'm kidding, don't
die
hurt
there.
anyway.
If
I
you
bumped
don't
mage, I
push-
bumped.
Yeah, but I'm not. That's not a problem. I have no mana, no advocate.
Well,
Oh my god. So the priest died. Well, he was level 60.
well.
How do I
Dude.
get out? Is there an evade spot?
Do the rest of the people
We just
live?
played out.
I think the rogue is not vanishing because he wants to.
Hey, do you
he
think you
wants
can
to like
jump up
help the
here? I don't
group.
know.
I'm stepped.
He's gonna vanish soon, though,
I
probably.
guess Farth, maybe. Oh shit, I see you.
I'm
Oh my
stepped.
god! Look.
If they run to me, yo, do you have DI mats?
No, I don't even have that trained.
Yeah,
I'm
there's the rogue.
getting
There,
one-stepped
there's
in
the
5
vanish.
Just run up the wall.
The hearth? Little hearth? Dude, I would hearth here. I would
I'm
just get out.
hearthing.
Literally, just get out.
Sorry, like I'm really far away and have no mana.
Same.
I hope that's okay.
There's no way they all die, right? Sarah and Aether. I know these guys. Like, I know these two.
They w-
I don't know the
yeah,
other ones,
I helped
but...
out. They're probably gonna come back to you.
I guess I'll alt F4 and hope. I can't get out.
What?
Tell me if I die. I will die, but
Why don't you... Saren, try to find like a reset spot. He could have jumped... Oh, maybe he couldn't have jumped down because like you take fall damage
There
in
is
the
an
middle.
evade spot, I think, because people solo this spot, right? Like,
Oh,
but I don't know how to
no.
do it.
yeah, I got 15 minutes on Hearth.
Oh, my... That's why he
Yeah,
did
in
that.
the group.
I already logged out. Am I
Oh,
offline yet?
no.
Dead yet?
Yeah, if he had Noggenfucker, you know the slow fall thing? Because like in the middle of Sunken Temple, there's like a little hole. That's a pretty big hole, isn't it? That's not a little hole. There's like a hole, basically. You can jump into that hole, but then you fall down to like an earlier boss. But if you have like slow fall, you can just jump in there, right? And then be fine.
I mean, I'll log off in 2 minutes, right? Isn't that the amount of time?
Oh, did he?
Oh no. Thank you again, by the way, Defcam, for the host. Appreciate that. Welcome. I wonder, did Saren die?
I feel like I'm committed. I don't know.
They haven't died though, the other people, so maybe they all live?
Oh, this feels so bad.
Unless? Menethil. Oh, Aether made it out. Menethil Harbor. Okay, so he made it out.
If I had Evocate on cooldown, I could have.
Well, I suppose if the video ends here, that means
I
that
almost
we
said maybe we
survived,
should
right?
clear it all in case, but I didn't think about it. Or I didn't think it would. Am I offline?
Oh my god, that is such a rip, man. Oh, I feel bad for the priest, man. I don't know if Saren lived. I really, really hope Saren lived. I really hope he did, man. He's a friend of mine. I like Saren. That is so unlucky. What a boss, though, for the rogue to be tanking like that. Like, even though they pulled all these mobs, the rogue did not vanish. He, like, held on the thread and just kept tanking. That's, like, actually, that's a boy right there. That's a rogue you want to group with, you know? Like, for sure, dude.
Terra feels like you've invaded a Victoria's Secret fashion show and given everyone a giant medieval weapon, apart from the one girl you've given a massive sci-fi laser cannon to. Terra is a directionless fantasy dress-up simulator with a combat system attached. It is the MMO equivalent of playing with Barbie's dream house and trying to recreate scenes from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Terra is what would happen if an anime convention and an underwear model convention accidentally booked the same convention centre at the same time and both sides got on far too well. Terra is a complete mess, and yet is unapologetically fun because when it embraces what a mess it is, it's actually extremely enjoyable. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm Josh Strife Hayes, and this is Worst MMO Ever, a series where I play the worst MMO games I can find so you don't have to. Drop a like on the video or sub to the channel for more MMO stuff, ring the bell for all the future notifications, and as usual, a massive thank you to all the supporters on Patreon and Twitch who keep the channel alive. More on how you can support at the end. For now, let's begin. Today we are playing Terra, or the exiled realm of Arborea. Now, I'm willing to bet even some long-term Terra players didn't know Terra was an acronym, and that's because while Terra does have lore and history and character writing, absolutely none of it matters. This is a game where gameplay is the primary, secondary and tertiary focus, and all of the context and historical in-game info is just a rotting scrap on the pristine boot of the impossibly attractive characters. Terra is on Steam, it's free, and it's actually sitting at the quite respectable, mostly positive review score, so let's give it a go. Now, I've played Terra before, for quite a while actually, but this version isn't the version I played, because many years ago Terra was also run by En Masse and Gameforge, two companies at the same time. Now, both versions were basically the same, but they had different servers and different monetization methods. Cash shops sold different stuff, monthly optional membership was different prices, but then En Masse shut down and Gameforge took over everything. So if you played this years ago and you go to log back on now, you might find you've lost your character. Now, my Steam is actually old enough to have both versions of Terra installed, and if you go to the Steam charts active players page, you for some reason see the old Terra coming up first, with a whopping 4 people somehow still playing. But the real Terra has a much more respectable but still not exactly good player base of 476 playing right now. So let's dive into this action combat MMO, character creation, and we're asked if we want to create an Ellen. So let's address the elephant in the room. Terra has a few different races, but it just goddamn loves the Ellen race. Ellens look like very young girls, but they're actually thousands of years old, so it's totally fine, Your Honor, the defense rests. Seriously, Terra is basically Ellen Simulator, you'll see why soon. The races in Terra fall into two broad spectrums: immensely over-sexualized, that would be your muscular humans, sleek high elves, or buff warrior lady castanics, and the over-the-top anime races like the cuddly teddy bear potpourri or the stoic baraka. So let's look at the humanoid races first. Terra is about style over substance, and nowhere does it show this better than in the armor. And if you think this is bad, wait until we get to the cosmetic cash shop later. It gets ridiculous. Terra men have muscles on their muscles. They have negative body fat percentage. Hollywood A-list actors would look at this and say this is too much. And the female characters look like you raided a teenage boy's dream. I guarantee more development time went into the player model's legs than the entire storyline. Along with the impossible proportions, many classes are race locked. So if you want to be a Valkyrie, you must be a female Castanic. If you want to be a Gunner, you must be a female. If you want to be a Reaper, you must be an Ellen, who are all female. In fact, Ellen is the only race who can play every class in the game, which means Terra wants people playing Ellens. Make of that what you will. Now, the classes themselves are actually quite fun. I'm going to play as a Brawler, a reaction-based tank who can block damage provided I block at the right time. You can customize the face shape, hair, ear position, and then preview the outfits you'll be able to progress through. Now, this is where my Terra is a dress-up game with combat attached starts to make sense. Terra puts so much effort into fashion, it is more than half the game. And not only do they have impossible costumes, they also have no consistency of aesthetic or style. Terra has no specific time period, no guiding artistic vision. The design document is just the word excess written in giant anime font. And many times Terra actually adds in outfits from other popular culture things. A few years ago, you can actually get the mobility gear from Attack on Titan, all official and that's still in the game. There were a few months when Terra was just errands and Levi's chopping down massive monsters. Name my tank Miss Punchy and get to watch the intro movie. Let's enjoy this together for a bit.
The divine war sundered gods and titans, destroying the world that was. Amid the tragedy, a single drop of hope coalesced to preserve one tiny part. Sheltered from time, a mystical tree grew, giving fresh eyes the power to see the world as the gods once saw it. The world's greatest scholars and magicians came to study the divine tree and protect it. They magically erased the island from mortal records. But not before the forces of evil sent their own champion.
I just need to point out this is the first intro movie, there will be more. And this first section, the magical tree, the sleeping children, the invasion, absolutely none of it will be relevant later. It is just a completely separate tutorial area. You can skip all of the dialogue and all of the emotion and all of the context of this area and you would miss absolutely nothing. Start the game and we are instantly met with a pop-up asking if we want to join the Terra Club, the optional monthly paid VIP service. At least let me play the game before you start advertising things at me, Terra. WASD movement, space is jump, left click is primary attack, right click is whatever your class's secondary attack is. For me that's a timed block. Action camera, so you aim where you look. Chat to Glennock, he needs me to collect some roots, which are literally right next to him, so we do that. Interact with stuff with the F key. Then we go and soothe a crying child. It seems the children born on this island have the sight, which lets them see creepy stuff when they dream. Cool plot, shame it doesn't matter at all. This child, Anya, has lost her doll Zozo, so we go and look for it in some nearby bushes. Then we question the other child, Jedran, about why he hid Anya's doll. I question if the name writer has ever actually met any people with real names, and now we collect some grass to fix the broken doll. What a thrilling opening. With the grass collected, we open the inventory and interact with the doll to fix it, give it back to Anya, and we're invited to a tea party. We level up and get some shiny wing effects, because of course we get a shiny wing effect on level up. How else would we know we've leveled up? Okay, so from a mechanical point of view, this opening is actually okay. We've been shown interaction, talking, collecting, using items in the inventory. It's not the worst. Now we're attacked by ghillie howls, because calling them trees wouldn't be anime enough, and Terra now gets a chance to show what it can actually do really well. Terra is combat. That's basically it. It's a combat system with an MMO attached. It's a combat system sometimes interrupted by plot. It's a combat system with fashion sprinkled on it. And as far as combat systems go, it's actually really, really good. I'll show you later what this can eventually become. In Terra, you've got your dodges, you've got your iframes, and you've got your combos. When you gain skills, which you'll gain at a breakneck pace, you can chain them together, and you auto-chain by linking them to the spacebar key. That way you can just mash spacebar to perform complex skill chains. Makes the early game fast and flashy, but becomes useless when you get to harder bosses. So it's a crutch for new players who want the spectacle, but a handicap for endgame players who want to grind and don't want to learn what the skills actually do. Captain Eamon now tells us to go to the magical tree and we gain even more skills. Pressing K opens the skills list. When you level up, you need to go and buy the skills, and as you level up, you'll unlock upgraded versions of those skills, and then glyphs, which improve them further. And honestly, you can ignore this until the end game, because the game showers you with powerful weapons and armor, so this isn't really as important as it sounds, at least not yet, and you will always have enough money to buy all the skills you need forever. Hand in some more quests to level up and gain even more skills, then some powerful new weapons and armor, and this is an important design choice. Terra never ever wants you to feel weak. It will give you, automatically and substantially, better weapons and armor every other quest. You will never need to grind for anything pre-endgame. You will drown in decent equipment. You'll also gain multiple skills between combat encounters in the early game so fast that you don't get a chance to become comfortable with what a skill does before a new one is thrown at you. Pour some water on this tree and then the village is filled with monsters. Trust me, if you're trying to keep up with the plot, just don't. You'll enjoy this game much better if you imagine you're a Playboy model going on a violent anime-themed LSD trip. That is basically Terra. Jalka says, "Run! It's the Argons! The Argons are attacking!" As if that means anything to me. So we fight back, and it seems the Argons are actually utterly pathetic because I'm a brand new character and I'm mowing them down with ease. And now the game gets close to being fun. The first mini-boss is an Argon predator monster, and fighting it's actually really enjoyable, but it's a scripted section and we need to lose. Have a chat with the Valkyrian Federation, the apparent good guys, and agree to go and save Anya. Seems the Argons are sapping the life force out of the magical tree for reasons, and this isn't super happy fun fun times for anyone, so we need to go and stop them. At least the combat's getting better, and my new skill Rampage just runs at something and punches it a lot, which is simple yet remarkably effective. Find Deplen, he gives a speech about how we need to save Anya, it's all very emotional, and then we need to light a signal flare so other Valkyon Federation soldiers can come and save him. So I light the world's most pathetic flare, then head into the Temple of the Great and Magical Tree. Another cutscene. Anya has been imprisoned for reasons, and we fight to have her saved. We have a rematch with the Argon Predator from earlier, which is another really nice fight and an example of how Terra shines when it stops trying to be anything other than a combat system. And then Anya sacrifices herself to save us. It's all very emotional. This leads to multiple quests where we pass messages from one NPC to another, despite those NPCs standing literally meters away from each other. I hate this quest design. It's incredibly lazy. Just have them talk to each other. They are right there, and then there's another cutscene.
Unable to harness the tree's power, the Argons left, content with stopping the divine sight. Without the Seer's warnings, the Argon assault began in earnest. The Valkyon Federation rallied the races together to defend against the Argons. But now, more than ever, they need strong defenders, like you.
We get given an absolute ton of new items and introduced to the Flight Master. Now, Terra isn't one huge overworld, it's several smaller maps all connected, and moving between them uses the Flight Manager, an actually quite nice preset flight path on the back of a unicorn. These flights are enjoyable the first few times because you get a lovely controllable view of the land, so you can get a feel for the general aesthetic of the area you're leaving or joining, but they can get a bit dull once you've seen them for the 100th time. Arrive in the main city of Velica via this really impressive overland flight path, then landing in the takeoff strip. We're then given a flying mount. Just straight up given one, no quest, nothing needed, just here, have a flying horse. Some areas in Terra are flight zones. Double jump while on a flying horse to begin flying. Hold shift for a speed boost. Flying drains your flight meter. When it runs out, you'll just glide gently down until you land. Now, it's important to note, as beautiful as the views from the sky are, and as amazing as flying in the game is, it was not designed for it. The city was meant to be explored on foot, and lots of the areas you can access by flying are completely glitched and broken, and haven't been updated in about 5 years. I remember when I played Terra much more often, I discovered in the opening city you could fly down into this jumble of wrongly scaled buildings and find a gap in the floor which lets you run underneath the city. I'm amazed this gap is still here. They've known about it for 5 years, no one's fixed it. This is what happens when you add flying to a game not designed for flying. Your cleverly designed perspective trick and depth illusions get revealed as badly scaled buildings and gaps in the barriers of the world. Now, the scale of Terra is remarkably impressive. Stuff is big, like this giant wheel, but it's all for show. It's a visual treat, but the game is just combat. Now, I know Terra fans will say, oh, the game has flying missions and crafting and faction quest and reputation grinds, and yes, I know, but if someone Galactica TV show, one of my favourite shows. He tells me to get the frack out of his office and sends me to Crescentia to solve some local problems. Crescentia is the traditional forest village settlement you start every other MMO in. We're shown the local teleportation system to get from place to place within a map, and now the grind begins. Early on in this incredible kill X amount of enemies storyline, we are given a relic weapon. This will be our weapon until we are given another. You upgrade the relic weapon with relic shards you'll find dropped nearby. The relic system was designed to help players catch up to endgame and get to the real content, but it also completely invalidates all weapons or armor drops before max level. The game knows that what you're doing now does not matter. This is essentially an extended and unnecessary tutorial. The entirety of the early game is talking to NPCs you won't remember, to kill enemies you won't be scared of, to push through a storyline you won't ever revisit. You could complete every early game quest spamming left click. I'm only using skills because I like the flashy animations and the nice solid sounds. Any plotline, any storyline, any character emotion that is built up in this early game will be completely irrelevant when you change maps. Kill some enemies, loot some
The yearly celebration of gaming that is the Game Awards happened last week. This event tends to be full of a whole lot of filler and fluff and really stuff I'm not all that interested in, including, yes, the awards themselves. Like, I really don't care who wins best game or best sound design or best performance, although I do appreciate that for the creators themselves, it's great to get recognition for your work, obviously. But whether or not a game wins an award has never changed my mind about liking or being interested in something. But regardless, the awards are only one aspect of the show. The other aspect, and what I really love, are all of the announcements. There tend to be tons of new game reveals or new footage and information for games that we knew about but haven't released yet, and this year's event did not disappoint. Specifically on the PC gaming front, we got quite a few new interesting looking titles. There was a shared world survival crafting game in a Victorian fantasy setting, a sci-fi co-op third-person shooter where you fend off invading robots, the sequel to one of my all-time favorite Warhammer games, a new melee-focused wrestling battle royale, and a bunch of other pretty interesting looking titles. Now in today's video, what I want to do is go over the 10 PC games from this year's show that I thought looked the best and that I am most interested in playing. Again, not all of these were brand new reveals, but a good chunk of them are. And for most of these titles, they're going to be releasing in 2022, which is pretty exciting stuff. I just really like having new games to look forward to, and now I've got a lot more of those than I did about a week ago. But before we dive into all of this, just sit tight for a brief word from today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Darkness Rises, a single-player action RPG for mobile. The game features hack-and-slash combat in a dark fantasy world full of dungeons to explore. You'll fight your way through hordes of monsters, clearing multiple dungeon levels until you reach a boss battle at the end, and these are meant to test your skills, growing harder and harder the further you progress. There are various RPG mechanics in the game, such as Soul Link, that lets you seize control of monsters to fight by your side. And again, this is a single player game. As such, there's a narrative. You'll be playing as a legendary hero fighting against the darkness spreading across the world. Those heroes come in the form of multiple classes to choose from, like the warrior, wizard, assassin, or berserker, all of which can be tailored and customized to fit your preferred playstyle. So that is Darkness Rises. If you're interested, check out the link in the description below. And if you use the code Into the Underworld, you'll get 3,000 gems, 10 costume, and 10 gear summon tickets. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the list of the 10 most exciting new PC games from this year's Game Awards. First, kicking things off is Nightingale. This is a shared open world survival crafting game that is set in what they are calling this gas lamp Victorian fantasy setting. Players will venture through these portals across a myriad of beautiful and increasingly dangerous worlds while trying to survive. So the trailer opens up with this cinematic shot of some really creepy looking enemies. I love the design here. It's pretty unsettling, honestly. There's a bit of narrative from this Fae looking creature, and then followed by that is a ton of what looks to be in-engine gameplay footage. So we see players walking around and through various environments. There's a swamp region, some forest areas, desert, and mountains. Apparently what will be happening is we'll be taking these portals here into and out of these various worlds while doing the survival thing of gathering resources, crafting, and building. Speaking of which, there were quite a few time-lapse shots of base construction, these structures being built from the ground up, and the end result are these fairly detailed looking forts or structures, whatever you want to call them. A really interesting looking design that you can get from apparently a player crafted town. There were also a few brief shots of different types of enemies in the game, ranging from these massive giants, this tree monster, to swarms of ghouls, which you will apparently be encountering out in the wild, but also in what looks to be some sort of a base defense system where players have to fight back hordes of enemies which can, it seems, destroy their structures as well. The game features, as listed on the official website, include exploring the realms, traverse foreboding forest, harrowing swamps, and shimmering deserts as we restore the portals leading deeper into the lands of Fae, building and crafting as we construct estates, farms, and communities to live off the land. We'll also be crafting tools, gear, and weapons to survive. And lastly, it is a shared world. You can play alone or unite with other players, but not just grouping up in parties. You will actually encounter other people and just run into them as you're playing the game and going into these various biomes. Now, from the FAQ, we got a couple of launch details. Apparently, they are looking to release the game in 2022. Playtesting they'll start off with some playtesting that you can sign up for now on their official website, with launch coming at a later date. This is being developed by a studio called Inflection Games, which is formed and made up of former BioWare members. This is their first title, and it looks really good. I dig the art style and the setting, so I guess it turns out I like like gas lamp Victorian fantasy. What a strange genre to call it. But yeah, pretty sharp as well for a survival game. Like, I'm pretty impressed with these visuals. I know survival crafting games can tend to be janky, and you know, this is just a trailer, so we'll see what actual gameplay looks like with the game running in action and these giants destroying your base. Will it be smooth, or is it going to run at like 12 FPS? Also, keep in mind, this is launching into early access as well. I would say you probably already get the sense of whether or not you will enjoy this game based on your experience with prior survival crafting games. This game looks good enough. I like the setting. I'm definitely interested in checking it out, which is why it's at the very top of my list. Second on my list, and I would say tied with Nightingale as a game that made me go, holy hell, like I want to play this thing, is the title Ark Raiders. This is a cooperative free-to-play third-person shooter where you and a squad of raiders unite to resist the onslaught of Ark, a ruthless mechanized threat descending from space. Basically, this is a third-person shooter where we fight these interstellar robots, and it looks absolutely amazing. The game is being built on Unreal Engine, and I simply cannot get over how good it looks. Like, I keep rewatching this trailer, and I'm just like, wow. The environments, the set pieces, the lighting in a lot of these scenes, especially the nighttime with the light coming from like the robots and stuff, it just looks great, dude. And like this giant mecha spider that they fight about halfway through the trailer. The visual fidelity shown in this trailer it's just incredible. Like, seriously, at this point, I just hope my computer can run it. A few interesting notes from the trailer. Like most of these trailers, they open up with cinematic and then moved into gameplay. So in the gameplay section, we see these groups of players engaging in fights against flying drones, shooting at them with some basic rifles, tossing grenades, firing these tracking missiles, even using this grapple hook. Although most of the time the players did seem grounded, there were a few shots of them flying through the air, assisted by like the grapple or thrusters. We even see these launch pads during that boss fight, which was neat. They also showcased this system of detection. Moving through the open world environment are these scanning robots that will alert when players are nearby and apparently will call in reinforcements. And again, we got a look at a boss encounter versus this giant mecha spider, with players having to target and take out weak points to eliminate the various limbs. And then at the very end, we see the cinematic shot of what appears to be this like absolutely massive robot descending from the heavens and rising up. Pretty cool looking. Some of the features here, according to the official documents, they say that we play as raiders, this group of resistance fighters, with the help of this early warning detection system where we're trying to protect our home from these enemies dropping from orbit. It requires more than simply pointing and shooting a gun, and more than one person trying to be a hero. To quote here, they say, when Ark is around, lone wolves never make it very far. This actually has me a little sad. I usually like to play a lot of these games by myself, but it seems like there's going to be a strong group focus. Whatever, I'll find some friends, I guess. In general, I think this game looks really cool. It will be releasing in 2022 on PC through Epic and Steam, as well as Nvidia's GeForce Now and PlayStation and Xbox consoles. I am just super impressed with what they showed off in this first reveal. Honestly, that trailer I think was really well done and got me sufficiently hyped. This is the kind of game that I could see myself really enjoying. I also like the, I guess, what I would call like mid-century sci-fi style that they go with here. I would say, again, my only hang-up is the seemingly co-op focus that the game's gonna have. I like third-person action games so much, though. I'll find some people to play with. It's okay. This title is being developed by Embark, a new studio created by former EA members, specifically a lot of the people who made what many consider to be the good Battlefield games of the past. Also, though, Nexon is involved, which is raising some eyebrows in terms of monetization, considering this is going to be a free-to-play game. This is second and tied with Nightingale, though. Like, of all the games, these two I'm really, really hyped for and can't wait to check out. But also the next game. Next up is Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. This is a new third-person action title from the cult classic franchise, which recently, by the way, did celebrate the 10th anniversary of the original game. I cannot believe it's been 10 years since I played and made videos on this. Time, as it turns out, does indeed fly. Space Marine 2 is the next installment for the famed Captain Titus and mankind's ultimate protectors. The galaxy is once again in peril because, of course, it is. Entire worlds are falling. The Imperium needs you. We will play as Captain Titus, the greatest of the Emperor's warriors, able to unleash deadly abilities with an arsenal of devastating weaponry to obliterate the relentless Tyranid hordes. The trailer for this game was almost entirely cinematic, except for like the last 10 or so seconds, where they did show us some brief glimpses of gameplay, and it looks just like I imagine a modern day sequel to Space Marine should. Great looking visuals, these massive hordes of enemies and space debris and stuff flying all over the place. And then of course that classic Space Marine chunky blue armor. Also, can I just say, I forgot that my guy Titus here had 4 bullets lodged into his skull. Warhammer is the craziest franchise, man. Yeah, I remember the first game being pretty solid for a third-person shooter. I'm pretty sure I really enjoyed it from what I recall. I am not super into the Warhammer lore, but I have liked a lot of Warhammer games that I've played. In the 40K universe specifically, Space Marine, as I recall, was one of my favorite, and this sequel is looking really cool. Currently, there is no scheduled release date. I am hoping for 2022, but that's probably unlikely, because if it were happening, I'm guessing they would have said 2022 like a lot of these other games have. Moving on is a title called Rumbleverse. This is a free-to-play 40-person melee brawler royale. It's a fighting game BR hybrid, essentially. On the website, the brief description hints at what the game's flow is going to be. They say we can create these unique champions, get shot out of a cannon, smash crates to find upgrades, and pick a fight battling to be the last. Now, we got a cinematic trailer first, but then after that, they released a gameplay trailer, and this did tell us quite a bit about the game. So for starters, we see the players dropping out from the sky, dropping down onto the map. We see that you're able to climb terrain, be it the sides of buildings or any other structures. We see that you can bounce off of vehicles like launch pads. Combat in the game appears to include knock-ups as well as grappling, as you can literally grab a hold of players and slam them on the ground or toss them across the map. Almost certainly, from what I see here, the game will have some sort of rock, paper, scissors element to it, like fighting games. A combination of guards and attacks to break guards and fakes and all sorts of stuff like that. I can almost guarantee that those will be in this game. You can also apparently pick up objects in the environment to use them as weapons, either hitting people with them or like throwing trash cans we saw at one point. And then it has the classic battle royale element of a closing circle that will push players closer together as the match goes on. There's emotes for the memes after you destroy somebody. And then apparently there are what look to be either objectives or power-up zones. We see this house surrounded by glowing rings that a bunch of players are fighting over. Clearly being there is important. And then finally at the very end, we see 3 players standing on a podium. So maybe it's like a placement system where you can place first, second, and third, and then you get, I don't know, points or something depending on where you place. This looks like a battle royale game for people who like fighting games rather than what most BRs are, which are shooters, which I think is pretty cool, honestly. In fact, I would love to see more fighting / fantasy themed BR games. Rumbleverse looks cool. I like what I saw. Some information from the FAQ in terms of when we can play the game. So on December 10th, which has already happened, there was an invite-only first look event. But coming up on February, on the 8th, they're going to have this early access beta that you can purchase into. So keep an eye out for that if you're interested. This thing looks really, really cool. And this is being developed by Iron Galaxy, which is pretty cool to see a new game from them. I do like this. I do like the look of this. I know it's like a little cartoony over the top. It's quite a departure from the first few games that we took a look at, but I think it's pretty darn cool looking, and I just like, I'm not completely over Battle Royale, and I like that this is a melee focused game as well. It seems pretty cool. All right, next up on my list is Forspoken. So this title was actually revealed earlier in the year, although we did just get some more gameplay in a brand new trailer. This is a third-person action-adventure game. We play as Frey Holland, who after being mysteriously transported from New York City finds herself trapped in a fantasy world and land called Athia. As we search for a way home, we'll have to use her newfound magical abilities to traverse sprawling landscapes and battle monstrous creatures. So in the trailer, they had some gameplay cut with cinematics. The game does seem to have this big focus on movement at high speed. In a few areas, we see the main character like dashing and rolling over this rock formation and quickly zipping through a plaza. We see her surfing on this ice board. It's all very fluid looking and very like fast paced. Looks really, really good. And in terms of the combat, it does appear to focus on the casting of spells. We see the character launching ice projectiles, slamming the ground with this fire spear. There was a couple of other elemental abilities as well used against groups of enemies, some like water and rock based ones. We even see her go invisible at one point. And then at the very, very end of the trailer, we got a glimpse of what looks to be a boss fight against this massive ethereal looking creature. Some of the game's key features from the website include a big open world as we explore the sprawling realms of Athia, full of remarkable vistas and otherworldly creatures. There are customizable spells, it says, a wide range range of powerful abilities catering to a variety of playstyles. And then finally, magic enhanced parkour. This touches on what I talked about with how fluid it looked. They say we can scale walls, vault across canyons, leap from dizzying heights, and dash through vast landscapes. This one is going to be launching on May 24th, 2022. It looks pretty good. The next title is a bit of a departure from the more serious tone of some of these games. This title is called Tchia. It's a tropical open world adventure. This was revealed a couple of months ago at the PlayStation Showcase. It is on my list though because it's also coming to PC and I think it looks pretty cool. The game's description says you can climb, glide, swim, and sail your boat around a beautiful archipelago in this physics-driven sandbox world. You'll use Tchia's soul jumping ability to take control of any animal or object you find and jam on your fully playable ukulele. Now in the new trailer, we see a few interesting bits. It opens up with her sailing on a raft and then pulling up those sails as she comes to land. We see her climb the side of this rock formation and it has this Zelda-like stamina system. And then she pulls out a lamp from her inventory, tosses it at a crack in the wall and then blows it up with her slingshot, enters into the cave, lighting it up with a flashlight until she finds this chest that she opens. We see her gliding around the environment with this piece of cloth and then grabbing onto and launching off of a treetop, doing some flips before gliding again. There's a shot of some cosmetic customization. We get to see that soul jumping into objects. First, she takes control of a bird and then flies around a bit before changing back and engaging with an enemy. Then she does the same for a lamp and then moves the lamp and launches it into a group of enemies. We see a bit of the ukulele playing with the note wheel and everything, and then also a bunch of other neat looking open world activities. I think it looks really cool. This is really interesting, really neat looking game. It's coming to PlayStation as well as PC via the Epic Games Store. No specific announcement or release window yet. We'll have to stay tuned for that. Next up is the first and only 2D game on our list. This is called Have a Nice Death. It is a hand-drawn 2D action roguelite where you play as Death, the founder and CEO of Death Incorporated. His top executives, known as the Sorrows, have been running rampant on Earth, ignoring company protocols. Can you believe it? So now, in order to regain control of the company, we have to traverse through the various departments of Death Incorporated and remind the unruly subordinates who's boss. Basically, we fight them. I really like the game's art style. I think it is super slick, really cool, and just full of character, the animations and the character itself. I'm curious what sort of roguelike elements the game will have, likely a variety in progression towards the various boss encounters. Over on the Steam site, we got some information. They say we'll be exploring this procedurally generated departments within Death Inc., a fast-paced hack and slash combat with over 30 unique weapons and spells you'll find and be able to upgrade. You'll use what you've learned and earned to overcome the numerous minions and bosses in each department. After every run, when you die, you will unlock various items and upgrades that will help you progress further in the next run. Have a Nice Death will be entering Steam's early access in March 2022. Plans to be in early access for roughly a year, they say, as they head into the 1.0 version. I know 2D games aren't for everyone, but I just thought this looked really nice. Next up was the reveal of Dune Spice Wars, a real-time strategy with 4X elements set in the Dune universe from the developers of the critically acclaimed Northgard. The trailer itself was entirely cinematic. We saw no gameplay. However, over on the Steam page, there were some screenshots that did give us a closer look at what the game will actually look like. For starters, we see that there's this top-down camera angle. We get a bunch of shots of various environments. It's the world of Dune. We see some structures and groups of units that apparently are moving in some sort of formation. Various types of buildings, what look to be like control centers and resource harvest locations. We do see nighttime in one of these shots, which indicate either a day-night cycle or there will be maps with set at different times of day. There's a strategic map with some points of interest as well as zones of control. We've got this screen here that looks to be some sort of either bartering or trading system. We see what might be environmental hazards with this dust storm, and then there's this buff or tech upgrade choice screen, and then finally a screen that shows some of the various factions that are going to be in the game. I mean, I guess it looks interesting.